Hello and welcome to Smile and Spread a Little Joy. I am Deborah, the Smile Lady, and I am here to share my smile. Are you sharing yours? Now, people tuning in for the first time don't know what a smile is. We were all born to smile, just like we all have African DNA in us. We were all born to smile. And if you think about it, the world wasn't the same when you got here. It changed. As soon as you went, ah! And when you leave, the world will change again. You can Google that if you want to. I got my phone. I Google a lot of stuff. I'm learning to mix. Now, SMILE is an acronym. And the S is for support. And let me tell you, this is the sign language S. And then you take this foundation and you support. Okay? It takes a whole village to raise one child. Then the M in SMILE is motivate. Now, the sign that I like to use for motivate is enthusiasm, which means in God. What is in you that makes you move in the morning? What is it in you that you love doing so much you would do it even if you didn't get paid? That's your motivation to wake up and say thank you. Because you know the African proverb is, today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Look up the whole African proverb. Then the I is invest. This is the I. Now, you can do money. No, but I like serve. Take your two X's and serve. And serve. Leave this place better than you found it. You need to give back. That is what you're here for, to leave this place better. Have you ever heard of them building a car and say, you know what, I think I'm going to make a worse car than I did last year? No. Every time a new generation comes, they should leave the world better than they found it. Then the L is love. Now that's the glue that holds the smile together. And I'm talking agape. Without the L, it would be SME. Take that L out and see what it spells. It wouldn't be a smile. It would be a SME. And you want to, with your hands, hug yourself. Now that's so appropriate for the sign language, okay? Love yourself. And I'm talking about loving the unlovable. It's easy to love your kids and a hamburger, some nice shoes. But what about that person who just murdered someone? What about POTUS 45? Oops, I didn't say that. But you have to love everybody. You don't have to like them, but you do have to love them. You ain't got to hang out with them, but love them. Now your E, education. Now it could be street, because a lot of mine was the street. I do have a master's in human development and social change. Yes, I do. Working on my doctorate in psychology. But the streets taught me more. Educate. This is the E. Educator. This is teach. Teacher. You need to train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. That is your smile, and you're supposed to spread just a little bit of joy. Did you know that was your purpose? Or you sitting up there all evil, don't know what you're supposed to do? Like, No. You need to get up and share your smile, because you have one, and you've been doing it since you're about 6 years old. Think about it. You're going to be on the show and talk about it. Now, I have back with me Sonia Moss, Lady O, the movie reviewer, community reviewer. She put me in check. She's a caterer. You tell me what? She's a truck driver. She's a mother. She's a grandmother. She skates. I don't know what she doesn't do. If she don't do it now, if you want her to do it, she'll go out and learn it, go on YouTube, find out, and she say, yep, I can do that. Yeah, we do that. I think she need to hook up with Uncle Bubba. We do that, even if whatever. So here she is again. And we're going to talk about some movies, and we're going to talk about things happening in the community. And if she beats me up, I want the cameraman to come in, put it on Facebook Live, and call 911. Got it?
Oh, wow, what a way to start. Okay, if I were to beat you up, it wouldn't be in front of the camera?
It wouldn't. Oh. I know you tripped me one time.
I do not want to be part of that. Well, we got a new segment now. It's called Movies You Should See.
Yes, there you go.
And we both saw at separate times Girls Trip. And I really enjoyed the movie. It was emotional for me. It made me laugh. It made me cry. It made me want to do a girls trip.
Yeah.
And I could really start a girls' trip today because I had a rough day today. So just getting together with people that you know, haven't seen in a while, would be a good trip to enjoy the time together. Because when do you get to do that? I mean, our lives get so separated of different things we do at different times, or we're involved with different people in our lives that we don't see each other like we used to.
And you know, hey y'all, I am a Christian. So y'all up there saying, oh, I can't go see that movie because, you know, it's not for intelligent Christian peoples. Trust me, I'm intelligent and I'm a Christian. And if you took the Bible and made it into a movie, it would be rated X. Now, let me tell you what I like about Girls Trip. I like the fact that they did get together, not just over social media, person to person, novel concept, right? Then they had an hatchet, they had some, you know, what you call it?
Issues?
A beef. Issues, y'all, issues.
Yeah, issues.
They had issues, but before the trip was over, they resolved those issues in a loving way and came out a lot better. Then their hidden inhibitions came out, which sometimes we just act like we so perfect. You know, I can't see myself doing that whole hallelujah, pray for me or pray for them. No. What they really wanted to do. Now, of course, they pumped it up because Tiffany Haddish was a fool. I mean, I tell you, I never look at a grapefruit the same again.
I
girl,
know, the
at
grapefruit
all.
scene was
You
something.
know, and I need vitamin C, but it ain't gonna be from a grapefruit right now. But what I like about that is the connection, and it showed me who I was back in the day, and now my children are the same age they are, and they got a little bit of me in them. I'm praying for that. So it lets you see how you change and where you need to go back. Because you know what? I got stuck in that rut, having children and then abandoning all fun.
Oh, yeah.
Did you find yourself doing that?
Oh, yeah. From Friday to Sunday, it was all work, getting ready for the next week. Laundry, dinners, at home, everything at home, cleaning the house, making sure, you know, laundry was done, all of that, and doing hair. I know you had heads to do.
Oh gosh, with all them I mean, my girls had so much hair that I shaved mine off so I can have time to do theirs. Then I shaved theirs off so I didn't have to do it. Then I had a boy and they tried to let his grow and I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's one of those things where in movies you can kind of lose yourself and relate. That's why I'm going into from in front of the camera to behind the camera to do documentaries. I really don't like the way they portray our people. But you know what? The one thing I like, Malcolm D. Lee directed this movie. And he said, don't go expecting to look for hidden figures. This is not a hidden figures movie. This is something that's real out there, and we got to embrace that too, the truth sometimes.
Yeah.
Like with Color Purple, sometimes they don't want to embrace what used to happen.
Right, and I would like to interject something.
And then Detroit, we got to talk about that too, about going to see that. But go ahead, interject.
Okay, you know when you
Interject.
Interject.
Where's my camera? Interject. Now, if you only have them little 4-letter words that you can't see on TV or whatever, look it up. You got Google. If it's a smartphone and you're paying for it, look it up. Interject. Okay.
Okay, the point I was trying to make.
Before I went on that tangent.
Yeah, before you went to interject.
We so ghetto. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, now when you see people on Facebook, there's only one side that you see. You see the happy zones. You see them in places where they want to be known at. But what's really going on, you don't see them negative balances on them checkbooks or, you know, them ATM withdrawals with, you know, you don't see that part. So don't always think, God, I wish I was like that person.
Tell it.
And some of that came out in Girls Trip, you know, where Queen Latifah, she was having financial issues.
Wore the dress with the tag on it so she could take it back.
Right, or you know, the car was getting ready to be repossessed.
They didn't take it? I thought they took it.
Well, I think they took it, but you know, I'm just giving it a bit of a doubt here. So, you know, there was things going on in her life she didn't want her girls didn't even know, but it was real. So just don't look at somebody and say, oh, wow, here they are, and I wish I could go there. I wish I could afford it. You don't really know what's all going on. So it's only half of what you see is in Facebook is real. The other half, they don't want you to see because they're not publicizing that.
And another one that was fake on there was Ryan. Ryan wanted people to think her marriage was all perfect and this, and she wrote the book that you can have it all, and if anybody found out that she didn't have it all, that she would lose everything. But she got more when she told the truth. Yes. That was the bottom line of the message. Yes. Oh, look at that. I got chills on my own self. Hallelujah. You know what? And so when you tell the truth and you're honest with yourself, it'll work. And admit that you're wrong. Because Queen Latifah, who played Sasha, and then Ryan, who was Regina Hall,
yes,
they finally came together because she was tempted to sell her friend down the river. Remember?
Yeah,
she said, I want this money. I need this money. I can sell this story for thousands of dollars and get out of debt, but she didn't. But the other friend, because of what she did to her, didn't believe that she didn't do it.
Right. Yeah.
But they all stuck together, wore their little glitter jackets. I'm going to make you a glitter jacket. We can go see the movie.
No, thank you.
But
don't make me no glitter jacket.
Okay, let's talk about Detroit.
Okay.
Detroit. Then there's another movie, I hope you've seen it by the time you see this piece, is Kidnapped with Halle Berry. And then there's another one with Idris Elba. Girl, I love me some Idris Elba. Idris Elba called Dark Tower, I believe. We need to go out and support movies and look at them, and if they're not doing it right, maybe see if you could do it better or sponsor somebody doing it better, you know, like that. I'm trying to be like Eminem, Bubba, you know, men, music, and medicine, or whatever it is. See, I'm trying to be like him and L.V. Smith with Sounds Within, and Sonia's show that she gonna go do, because you know she gonna be everything. She probably have her show. I'm gonna try to be like her too. So Detroit, have you seen any previews? And I know we should be going to see this after.
I have.
To this taping.
Yeah, I have seen the previews. I would like to see it because it's based on a true story. I know it happened in the latter 60s.
Yeah, when we were teenagers and
you were a teenager.
I was a teenager.
We have a little age gap between us, and I wasn't a teenager when you were.
Yeah, I'm probably the one driving the bus that they was on. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
She was in the diapers.
Yeah, I was still being potty trained when you was a teenager. Okay.
So yeah, Detroit, I do want to see.
Yeah,
that.
I want to see it too.
So what have you heard? Have you heard anything?
I have not.
You know, no.
Well, it just.
I just heard today when I said I was going to go see it.
It just came out today. So.
Today, no, but I heard
yeah.
with Detroit. They said, be prepared. I just left a function. They said it's a roller coaster. It's going to take you through a roller coaster. So I'm just going by there, and I didn't check Rotten Tomatoes or anything like that. But this weekend, try to support Detroit. And all school teachers out there, black, white, Asian, Armenian, need to look at Blue Eyed, Jane Elliott. Yes, she's white. Yes, she started a movement the day after Martin Luther King was assassinated, April 5th, 1968. And she did an experiment on her class, gave half of them brown scarves around their neck, half of them blue scarves around their neck, and they treated the blue-eyed like they were the superior and the brown-eyed like they were black people and the inferior. And she got sued and almost sued and ostracized and killed because those children couldn't handle being treated like an African-American child for one day, had a mental breakdown. And her point was, if your child almost had a mental breakdown for living like a black child for one day, what do you think these children are going through? You need to see that movie. There's a series, and it's been going on since 1968. April 5th, 1968. And sometime I feel that the white people will listen to black people if a white person told the story instead of us. They say, oh, get over it. No. I believe if I was president, every African child would have their DNA done immediately to know where they're from. That's number one. Then number two, get a free education, college education, all the way through to their PhD, period. That's what I think. What you think?
Well, that was pretty deep there. I think that would be a good experiment to try, but you could even implement something else.
But black people can't do it. Only a white person could do that. Because one did it in Pasadena, and I think she got fired. A black teacher did it just recently, like 3 years ago.
Well, you could do it, I mean, they're looking at it as a disadvantage, but there's so many other disadvantages that you could do as an experiment. Like if somebody was blind, you could blind some, you could.
Yeah, okay.
You could do something like that, to interject into the class. Interject. You could,
interject.
You could put
Google
that
it.
in the classroom. Interject. You could do it with a blindfold, or you could do it with somebody that has their. You can't use your right hand for. This is my left hand, but
yeah, you're left-handed, right?
Yeah, I'm a left-hander, so you
you
can't use your right hand, to do this assignment. You have to think of another way, and that would be listing like a handicap. So you could do that.
That's a good idea.
You could do that to experience the indifference that people are having.
POTUS 45 right now. You know what he doing? Trying to say that affirmative action need to go away because they're discriminated against white people in colleges. Oh my goodness! Pretty soon we won't be able to vote again. I'm really kind of really perturbed. I know I'm going to Ghana and I may not be back. I know I'm going in 2018. And I'm saying to myself, okay, when I get over there, I don't know if I'm going to be back. So. 2018, if I'm not back, March, after April, start looking for me in May. I understand that you may want to go. Now, have you heard anything about Kidnapped?
No, I haven't heard anything about that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kidnapped. Well, I think our children's brains are getting kidnapped in this social media with parents not supervising them.
I agree.
I feel that giving a child these iPads and iPhones and all of this without supervision is like putting the keys in the hand of a 5-year-old and tell them to go get me some milk from the grocery store. And I do not believe that they should have all of this technology in their bedroom where you can't monitor it. If you bought it, you can monitor it. You go to a hotel, they got a key to your room. Hello?
Hello. I want to say this. Children that are 9 years old and below, they don't really need a cell phone.
Tell it.
The parents have it so that they can monitor the children. However, it's not a replacement of the parent.
Right.
And a lot of parents say, oh, well, they're busy. I mean, you can look around a restaurant. Next time you go to a restaurant, look around. Who's talking to who? They're all on their phones. They got separate conversations with a phone, and they got people right in front of them. The human touch part, or interaction, new word, interaction.
Action.
Is not going over very well.
Cooked on phonics.
It's not going over very well. People are so busy with their phones and their personal world that they've got people right in front of them that they're not even paying attention to.
You know what? You got so many words of wisdom. I want you to give your words of wisdom right now because our time is running out and we are going to talk about more.
Okay, I got one. Your dreams do not have a deadline. You can always pursue them and don't give up on them because it can happen. It's just a matter of time and your patience that can make your dreams come true.
Okay. And mine, it's never too late. Grandmas who put your life aside to raise all them baby kids and husbands and everything, it's never too late. I'm going to Africa, 65 years old, with a backpack and a pup tent. No hotel reservations. I'm going to jump on that plane and find my relatives. Just like that.
Okay, I'm going to be using the cell phone to call you because I just can't have you out there in the woods.
I'm going to take my cell phone.
Let me tell you, I heard that they don't have hot water in Africa.
Oh, fine.
They have electricity that goes out every day.
Okay, and I'm shaving my head, so I don't have to worry about that. Not doing any makeup. I'm going to take 30, whatever fits in that backpack, that's all I'm going to have for 30 days, period.
All right.
I may check into a hotel like the first 3 days.
I think you should stay the next It's 20 more 7.
No.
27
3 days
more,
just to get
27
acclimated.
more.
But no. I'm gonna find some friends and work in the school and everything. And I'm gonna leave and you figure out how you share your smile. Call me, SmileLadyJoy at Gmail. Call me at gmail.com.
Call you through the Gmail.
Or 626
Okay,
354
Skype for you.
Bye. Thanks for catering. Oh,
You're welcome.
I forgot that. Okay.
You're welcome.
She catered the food.
Hi, I'm Susie Hogue with Pasadena Civitan, and what makes me smile is advocating for people with special needs and the interaction that entails as well. Many smiles for many people. Thank you.